Hey y'all, my name is James, and tomorrow is Thanksgiving in the United States. So you know what that means? We're gonna have a big old hearty meal, and we gotta make ourselves lots of weird dishes that don't make sense anywhere else in the world, like yam with marshmallows on top, and mac and cheese with a roast. I can't do this anymore. Yeah, Thanksgiving's weird in America. You get turkey, which is great, but then you get a lot of other weird crap, like that yam thing or mac and cheese with a roast dinner. But yeah, okay, whatever. So also they have pie and apple pie. Apple pie's everywhere. That one I can agree with. So today on this other random video, I'm going to attempt to make a good old American apple pie. So I don't know how to do this. I'm just going to steal a recipe off the internet. But what I do know I think I need is some apples. I've got these green ones here. Apparently they're better for cooking. I have some butter. It said unsalted, but it's probably about right. Some crust. Not making that by hand. Ain't nobody got time for that. Some cinnamon. We had that over there. I didn't buy that on purpose. And a pie pan. So let's work out how to make this, and hopefully it's gonna taste great, honey. Right, where's this recipe at? Okay. Is this the one I wanted? Okay, this one seems simpler, so we're gonna go by this one and make this hearty American apple pie. Let's get to it. Okay, and now to stop doing that accent because I'm just gonna sound ridiculous. And to copy every other cooking channel on YouTube, it's time for a voiceover. So first you want to do is go and preset your oven, preheat it to 425 degrees. And now I've worked out how to do that, we can get back to the pan. And remember to get the recipe up on top of your phone so you don't forget it. Okay, and next you want to get 1/2 cup of butter and melt it into the pan. As you can see, I struggle quite a bit here. It's probably better to use a jug, but I just got these new little plastic things and I wanted to test them out. Okay, so you want to melt that butter into the pan. Make sure it gets all nice and melted. You might want to get a spoon here and mash it up so it seems to melt up easier. And then you want to get 3 tablespoons of flour and dump that in there into your pan and mix it up with the butter. This is going to turn it into a thick paste, which you will then add more to in a second. Okay, with the heat still on about medium-high, you're going to keep stirring this floury, buttery paste until it becomes quite thick and sticky in the pan. I was surprised of how sticky it was, but I'm sure it's right, turned out great. Then you want to add 1/4 cup of water, 1/2 cup of white sugar, and 1/2 cup of packed brown sugar. And you want to mix that all together. And eventually it's going to turn into this sticky brown paste. Then you want to get your pastry. Here's one that's already pre-made. And you want to unroll it into your 9-inch pie dish, making sure to push it into all of the corners like so. Then you want to take your sticky brown sauce off of simmer and get ready because it's going to be poured on top of the apples any second. Then you want to pour your apples into your pie dish. I used 8 Granny Smith apples here and it was way too many. That's why I ate half of them as we were going along. Make sure to fill in all the gaps and do a nice little mound on top. As you can see, it worked quite well. Then you're going to pour your sticky brown sauce over the top of the apples. If you do a lattice thing, you do need to do this afterwards, but I didn't, so I did this before. Making sure to get into as much of the gaps as you can, down the little sides, as much as you can get. Then get your other half of your puff pastry and lay it over the top and do little crimpy bits around the side to attach it. I am rubbish at this and it was a real mess, but it held it on, so that's fine. Then get your knife and make a little cross or pattern in the top to let the air escape when it's in the oven. If you want to stick any pictures or anything on top of here, you can do that now. But as a side, I did a basic apple pie as I never made one before. Once that's done, make sure it's all checked and put it in the oven for 15 minutes at 425. Then after 15 minutes, you're going to come back and change the temperature from 425 to 350 and then leave that on from 35 to 45 minutes. I had it on for only 35 and it turned out great.
And after 35 to 45 minutes, you can go ahead and pull it out of the oven. And after leaving it to cool, give yourself a slice. And this one actually tasted great, and I'm very surprised of how my first attempt went. It looks a bit scruffy around the edges, but it turned out tasting great.